Trying sensory diet activities for a week. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the world around you? Too much sound, light, or stress from your daily responsibilities? What if there was a simple way to rebalance your energy, minimize stress, and feel calmer throughout the day? Enter the concept of a sensory diet. Wait, I'm not talking about food. A sensory diet is a structured collection of activities designed to help regulate sensory input in our nervous system. Originally created for individuals with sensory processing challenges, this concept has shown potential benefits for anyone feeling overstimulated or stressed. Over the next week, I'll dive into sensory diet activities, trying a variety of methods, including touch, sound, movement, and more, and document my experiences. The goal? To see if sensory diets improve focus, reduce stress, and create a better sense of balance. Along the way, you can watch, learn, and even try incorporating these sensory techniques into your own life. Let's get started. Day 1 is all about the basics. Before diving in, I need to understand my own sensory landscape. What sensory inputs do I thrive on? What overstimulates me? As someone who works long hours in front of screens, I notice I lean towards quiet environments and occasionally seek out moments of touch, like holding a stress ball. Today, I start small. I begin with simple sensory activities like deep pressure exercises using my hands and playful fidget toys. The goal here is to ease into the routine. Pressing my palms together firmly for 10 seconds, I notice a calming effect. Then, switching to a tactile fidget like a squishy texture, I feel my mind quiet down a bit. While these first steps are subtle, they set the tone for what's to come this week. Who knew that something so simple could feel grounding? Today, I dive into movement-based activities. Why movement? It turns out that engaging your muscles and joints is key to regulating the nervous system. Whether through heavy work or rhythmic motion, these activities channel energy and help reduce mental clutter. To start, I try rhythmic ball tapping, where I bounce a ball in sync with a steady beat. The repetitive motion, coupled with the sound of the ball, feels oddly meditative. Next, I push a heavy object, a stack of books, across my living room floor. While it may sound unusual, this exercise gives me a surprising sense of satisfaction, a sort of active calm. Later in the day, I mix in yoga stretches, focusing on slow, deliberate movements. By the end of day 2, I definitely feel calmer and more focused, as if my body has worked out some of the stress stuck in my system. Movement might be one of the standout tools in this experiment. Day 3 is all about the sense of touch and pressure, two powerful sensory mechanisms for grounding ourselves. To start, I try a weighted blanket. Resting under the blanket for 20 minutes instantly helps me feel centered and a little sleepy. Next, I explore tactile sensory activities. I create a DIY sensory bin with rice and small soft objects to sift through. It's incredibly soothing, almost hypnotic. I also play with a series of fidget tools like textured balls and stretchy bands, which let me focus my hands while keeping my mind relatively clear. These touch-centric tools may initially seem like child's play, but they reveal something deeper, the power of simple sensations to regulate stress. By the evening, my stress feels minimized, and I've realized that simple physical elements might be what my routine was missing. Sound is the theme for day 4. It's amazing how something as subtle as music or natural sounds can influence mood and focus. For today, I try a mix of soundscapes, rhythmic sound exercises, and noise-canceling tools. First, I play a calming playlist filled with nature sounds, soft rain, and flowing rivers. Instantly, my mind feels more peaceful as I work. Later, I explore tonal instruments like a singing bowl. The resonant hum is fascinating. It vibrates through my chest and leaves me feeling connected to the sound in a deep way. In the afternoon, I test noise-canceling headphones during a slightly chaotic work session. The silence is blissful, like pressing a reset button for the brain. By the evening, I notice something interesting. Not all sounds calm me equally. On day 5, I focus on sight, one of the most dominant senses. The goal is to explore how visual inputs can enhance relaxation or energy. In the morning, I experiment with calming light patterns using LED strips that change color slowly. Watching the soft gradients shift from blue to green creates a meditative experience. I stare out my window, absorbing the greenery outside, which quickly soothes my mind. Later, I take a nature walk to combine movement and visual stimuli. The way sunlight filters through the leaves is grounding in itself. Interestingly, I find myself pausing to take in small details, tree bark patterns, the interplay of shadows, which I might have ignored otherwise. Day 5's takeaway? The environment you choose to surround yourself with visually can heavily influence your state of mind. Whether through calming lights or simply soaking up nature, sight becomes a tool for mindfulness. On day 6, I explore scents and tastes, two sensory experiences that are often overlooked but highly impactful for relaxation and focus. In the morning, I start with aromatherapy. Lavender oil, known for its calming properties, fills my space. It instantly feels like being wrapped in peace. By contrast, trying citrus scents like lemon restores energy and sharpens my focus. This combination of calming and energizing aromas feels like finding scent-based tools for different times of the day. Later, I incorporate taste. Instead of mindlessly eating snacks, I focus on the texture and flavor of my food, savoring each bite. A juicy orange becomes a moment of pure enjoyment. It's a reminder of the power of intentionality, even in simple things like eating. What I love about both smell and taste is how seamlessly they can be integrated into everyday life. They may not require dedicated tools or setups, yet they hold the power to transform moments of stress into moments of mindfulness. It's the last day of this journey, and today is all about reflection and synthesis. Over the week, I've tried a variety of sensory diet activities, and today I put it all together to create a personalized routine. I start the morning with a combination of deep pressure exercises and rhythmic movements, which wake up my body and focus my mind. Midday, I incorporate calming music and aromatherapy while working. And in the evening, I wind down under a weighted blanket with soft visual lighting in the background. Reflecting on the week, here's what I've learned. Sensory diets are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Each tool influenced me differently. What calmed me one day might have felt overstimulating another. But having a toolkit of different sensory strategies ensures I always have something to fall back on. The standout activities for me were movement, tactile tools, and nature walks. Each brought a unique kind of calm and focus that felt sustainable. On the flip side, while scent and sound were lovely, they were slightly harder to integrate into my busy schedule. This experiment wasn't just about trying sensory activities for fun. It was a journey to build better self-awareness and mindfulness in managing stress. Sensory diets, though simple in concept, are surprisingly powerful in their ability to regulate emotions, enhance focus, and create moments of calm amidst life's chaos. If this video sparks your interest, I encourage you to try adding sensory techniques to your routine, maybe a weighted blanket, calming music, or a few minutes of mindful movement. Let me know in the comments which sensory activities you'd like to explore, or if you've already tried any yourself. Together, we can create a community of calm in a world that just keeps getting louder. Let's make time for our senses and see where it takes us.